Hi, it's John from North Star Nursery, Garden and Home, your coastal gardener. Wow, last Sunday at 4 o'clock, we received our Oregon shipment. We were here until 6 p.m. unloading. Thank God for my staff that is so committed. I really appreciated their help. Lots and lots of stuff. So I'm going to try to go through some of it because I think you guys need to see some of this stuff, and then you need to come in and see it. Starting with, this is a form of, why am I forgetting? Flowering quince. This is called Double Take Peach. These are double flower. They are not your traditional flowering quince because they are from proven winners. So they have been hybridized. One of the things that they have hybridized them to is have no thorns, which is really lovely because flowering quince can be pretty vicious when it grabs you. And the other thing is they're shorter. So they're going to max out at about 4 feet. So there's the double take peach, and then we have double take white, also double, very lovely. And for you guys that like the kind of orangey red, the traditional one, this is double take orange. We have not a lot of these, so if you are interested, I would suggest getting in sooner than later. Okay, hydrangeas. For those of you who love our limelight hydrangea, we have gotten more of them in. So we have 2 gallons, we have 5 gallons, and we have 1 gallons. We have a decent amount, but again, as they start to bloom, they tend to kind of go out the door. So limelight hydrangea, for those of you that don't remember, it's a kind of limey green flower. It ages to white, and then it ages from that to a pink tone. Very, very pretty. This is a great, great old-time favorite. This is Hydrangea quercifolia Snow Queen. So this has, I know these tags are probably a little hard to see, has these paniculata-like white flowers. Here is a limelight prime and in the 1 gallon, and that is the color of the flowers when they age. So very cool. More hydrangeas. These are the Bloomin' Easy series, and this one is a traditional mop head. These do not get very big, so they're only going to top out about 3 feet. It's a nice pink mop head. This one is what we would call a lace cap, a little bit darker tone. And we do have other hydrangeas that we brought in from other suppliers. So our hydrangea selection is quite large right now. So if you're looking for something, now would be a great time to get it. Wisterias. These are just great, great, beautiful bloomers. And the great thing about this variety, it's been in my life for a very long time. Cook's Purple is the variety. The company that actually created it is the Cook's Fruit Tree Company. They have unfortunately gone out of business. And so for about 5 years now, we've been waiting for somebody to pick up the production of this wisteria. This specific wisteria blooms multiple times a year. Very, very important. It will bloom usually a big, huge blossom in the spring on naked branches. Then it'll leaf out. It'll give you a little hit midsummer, but then it does a nice bigger hit in the fall. So really, really nice variety. We secured as many of them as we could, but if you're looking for a really great wisteria, this is the one. Also in wisterias, we have just a very basic, this is called Blue Moon Kentucky Wisteria. I feel like I need a mint julep. So it's a little bit purple and a little bit white. It's a nice two-tone, and that's in a 2-gallon pot. Encore Azaleas. Now, Encore is a series that was created that actually blooms multiple times during the season. So it's not that shrub, much like rhododendrons, that just bloom in the spring and then they're done. These will actually bloom 3 times a year. It blooms spring, summer, and fall. So I believe the larger bloom will be earlier in spring, and then you'll have secondary blooms after that. Azaleas can be a little tricky here. I would make sure they're in a warmer area. They don't really like to get really, really cold, and they don't really like to get super, super wet. There's a lot of hairs on the leaves of azaleas, and so sometimes that can be really challenging for them because they hold on to moisture. So this variety is called Encore Autumn Jewel. These are single flowers. We did get in some double flowering varieties, but they're not the Encore series. This is Autumn Bonfire. Nice red. And then we have Autumn Amethyst. These names just get crazier and crazier every year. Talked about the hydrangeas. Oh, Camellias. So we got a few different varieties in. We have this one, which is Orchid October Magic, meaning that it's basically going to bloom in the fall. So it's a nice pale pink, yellow center. We only have them in 1 gallons. We weren't able to get any 5 gallons. And then this one is Yuletide. It blooms at Christmas time, thus the name. And then this little guy is Ruby October Magic. So it's another fall bloomer. So for those of you that are looking for camellias and wanting to kind of spice it up a little bit, these are all earlier bloomers than the traditional spring blooming camellias. Oh my goodness. Can you say lily of the valley shrub? These came in beyond gorgeous. I mean, just absolutely stunning. I'm wishing I would have bought like 500 as opposed to the 60 or 70 that I bought. I know, sorry for the long thing of bringing everything over. I just couldn't fit it all on one table. It was insane. This guy is just a cutie patootie. This is Pieris Flamingo Pink. I don't know if you can see that. Yep. So this one, I believe, is a shorty, but we can check that out for you when you come in. This is a nice white one. This one is, yep, Forest Flame. So this, a lot of the Pieris do this. Sorry, I'm kind of hiding behind it. When they're done blooming, they start to set their new growth, and their new growth is this vibrant, vibrant red. Sometimes it's kind of a paley pink, but a lot of them have this great secondary interest, which, you know, we're always looking for as much interest as we can get in the garden. This one is Katsura, and I just love that two-tone flower. Very, very nice. And this is a little tiny white one, a shorty. It's called Cavatine. And so that hasn't really quite opened up that much, but it's going to more as the season progresses. Usually the Pieris start to set their buds in late fall, and you'll see, I think they look like, well, they look like Lily of the Valley shrub, but they look like Lily of the Valley. And as they're setting their buds, I think they're interesting also looking. And then as they open, it's like this magical moment. Sorry. This is the one that everybody's always looking for, called Mountain Fire. Mountain Fire has the darkest red of the new growth of the Pieris. This one also gets quite large, so that's a good one for some foundation material. This is one of my favorites. I like anything variegated, so this is Flaming Silver. And so it hasn't quite developed its flowers yet. Oh, there's some down here. They're a nice white. And then the new foliage on this is really kind of this paley, whitish pink. It's very dramatic. So another good addition. Lilacs. We've got lilacs. Is that all of them? No. I can't keep track of everything. There's too much. This is Centara Double Blue. So it's a double blue flower. This variety is probably shorter than most, 6 feet tall. Ours in the back has got to be 10 feet at this point. It's a different variety. This one is 4 to 6 feet tall. This is called Boomerang or Bloomerang Dark Purple. The reason it's called Bloomerang is this is one of the lilacs that actually reblooms. So you'll get a secondary bloom later in the summer or fall. Then we go into traditional lilacs. We have a few different varieties. This is called Belle de Nancy. Kind of a dark pinky color. Very pretty. Also, oh my Lord, we got about 25 varieties of rhododendrons in 2 gallon. And we got about roughly 20 in 1 gallons. So if you're looking for 1 gallons in rhododendrons, I would say get in here sooner than later because they definitely are selling. We have pinks, we have purples, we have a gorgeous one called Honey Butter, which is this like really pretty yellow and kind of almost an orange. There's one called Tortoiseshell that's also very pretty. I didn't bring them all in because honestly, there's just not enough room. But we've got a lot of them, and so I would say shop early. A lot of the tags have a color picture on them, so you'll be able to actually see what they're gonna do. If it doesn't, it might just have a strip label. We can always look it up for you to let you know what they're going to do. Oh, in the azalea department, or yeah, these are deciduous azaleas. This variety is called Solar Flare Sunbow Native Azalea. Gorgeous. So these always bloom on naked branches, and they're just stunning. They're beautiful. What I would suggest if it were me, once it's done blooming, is probably to take some of the interior branches that are crossing over just to kind of clean it up. A lot of these plants that are field grown are usually machine pruned, and so they're not always really well pruned through the center. This is one that we always struggle to get. I don't know why it's so difficult, probably because it's not patented anymore. But this is the Viburnum Snowball. This is the one that gets like 10 or 15 feet tall. It has little white, almost hydrangea-like flowers. They make excellent cut flowers. If you're going to use them as cut flowers, you want to actually hammer the stems at the bottom when you go to put them in water because they won't be able to absorb moisture unless you do that. Also, this is the never-ending video. We've got 3 varieties of Japanese maples. One is called Orangiola, and it's a gorgeous kind of orangish tone foliage. The one over here is Sangukaku, or coral bark maple. It has the lovely coral bark, which is really, really dramatic in the winter season. It's one of my favorites. It does have green leaves, and then when it ages to yellow. Okay, I think we did it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're interested in any of this product, get in sooner than later. And we look forward to seeing you at the nursery.